guys, it's Shelby and Michelle with Farmhouse Living, and welcome back to our channel. We are back on the back patio at Mom's house, and we are sharing more summer home inspiration. We shared a cottage garden tour. We shared a whole summer cottage tour with Michelle of Vintage Home. We did a summer citrus brunch at Blooming Ivy Lane, showing you her whole backyard. And so now we are at Mom's house, showing the back patio, a little of the backyard in general, and then some summer inspiration inside as well. So lots of summer home.
Summer Palooza
On the Farmhouse Living YouTube channel. And we also have a Q&A at the end and a little surprise that you are either going to love or hate. What do you think? What Sean are they gonna?
I think they'll love it.
There are gonna be some critical
It's
ones.
okay.
It's okay. We accept your criticism.
Everyone has certain taste.
So we will see yours. So let's talk about your back patio. We are on your back swing, which is the family favorite. Many naps have been had on this patio swing.
Yeah, so I have invested. I mean, these are very expensive, really, unless you can build it yourself. But it was worth it because my son-in-law loves me for it. I even look when we're on vacation somewhere that has a porch swing because it's that special to our family. We love hanging out here.
Yeah. And I feel like it's just a place to rest, but you can also fit a lot of people on this swing. So we're taking up like half of it. So if you want to get, pile up all the kids, all the dogs, all the people,
We've done it.
We have done it. Also, you did a really cute tablescape on your coffee table. Talk about your decor there.
So we used really bright flowers. Some of them we got from our yard, and some of them we just picked up from H-E-B or Central Market, a grocer here in Texas.
Yeah.
And then we used lots of citrus because nothing says summer like florals and citrus.
Yes.
Yes.
You saw that at the Blooming Ivy Lane, or the brunch that we hosted with Blooming Ivy Lane. We did lots of citrus. We even learned how to cut a grapefruit properly. We've always known how to decorate with them, like throw them on a table, but we didn't know how to cut them.
We didn't know.
Now we know. And if you don't know, then you need to pop back to that video after this one.
Yeah.
So you have really cute seating here, which we can link. It's lasted pretty good.
This is the best seating. Also, our friend, the old barn, has the same furniture, and it's in the elements, y'all, because only half of our porch patio back here is covered.
Yeah.
So there's a lot of rain and wind and hail and all the things that happen, and it just is amazing, and it's real wood.
Yeah.
And so we've loved it.
Yeah, I think it's Ashley Home.
I'm not sure. I got it from Nebraska Furniture.
Yes.
So
but
we'll
I'm pretty
look
sure.
at that.
Yeah, I'll link it in cards, but a lot of people have requested it. But yes, also Jessica, the old barn, has it, and I will link to her tour in the cards as well because it's fun to see the same furniture in a different environment, and her tour is just a good one. Anyways, what hasn't held up as well, I think it looks great. It's aging in the sun. Is your Facebook Marketplace hutch?
Yes, $100, and I love it. Some of our viewers have said, seal it, make it last, but I'm not really a DIYer. I know that's ridiculous, but unless Shelby does it, it really doesn't happen.
It needs another coat of something.
But what I feel like is that it has become
patina?
Patina? No, like, what is that? Organic, like coastal feel when wood
like
gets bleached. Thank you. That was the word. And so I love it.
Yeah, I love it too. But I did need to mention it because I know it is brought up. People are afraid of that getting. It looks like it has history and maybe more of an investment just because the hardware and the.
It's not falling apart yet. No.
Yet.
We've had it out here for a few years, and it's definitely just gotten a lot of wind and rain. And again, we love it.
Yeah. We've been using your pool a lot this year. I know you have some planting that you're excited to do, but I did want to show and talk about that. You have a cute little table that you always like to style down there, and even a little fire pit. We actually use that sitting area and eating area more in the fall.
Yes.
And then, but we do use the pool a lot in the summer.
Well, we use it because the kids love to make s'mores at the fire pit, and so that's really our big fall fun.
Yeah.
And there was some absolutely gorgeous florals in the spot behind the pit, but we had a freeze last year and we lost those. So
you've been, every time we've gone shopping at the local nursery, she's asked what she should put there, and then it's either like what she's attracted to has different requirements for sun, soil, etc.
Yeah.
Or what she's attracted to is so obscenely expensive.
Yeah.
Like it's like $1,000 tree, and you're like, you're gonna kill it.
Commit to that if we have another freeze. So I'm trying to figure that out, but I will figure it out. I think I'm going to use what you used in your pots in front of your chicken coop.
Yeah,
Mandevilla, because they can take a little shade and they bloom
so good. And they are fast growers. So
fast growers.
Definitely fans there. So I know that Dad's garden looks like a jungle in this moment.
Oh yeah, but he did clean it up a little bit, so it's not quite as crazy as it's been.
It's just his green thumb is too green.
Yes.
And so, but I just wanted to we have these amazing Vego garden boxes. He got the U-shaped ones, and I mean, we've literally been eating out of the garden and just enjoying it.
I mean, it's been every night. He goes out to the garden with a major, huge basket. Every night brings it back in, sometimes 2 and 3 times.
Yeah.
And my pantry is now full of canned goods, and he's been freezing some things. We have okra, we have cucumbers, tomatoes, we have green beans, pinto beans.
Yeah.
Gosh, I don't know. Just everything.
Watermelon. The watermelon is what's overtaking.
Yeah, that's what's overtaking.
Anyways, I just wanted to share because I think it's beautiful, but also it inspired me for my own projects. I also got Vego garden boxes, and I'm using them to try to inherit the green thumb that I haven't inherited quite yet. So that will be a video coming very soon. If you have gardening tips, comment them down below. My dad...
You know what his secret sauce is?
What?
Hand watering.
That's what he says. I think maybe
he enjoys that. He enjoys going out and watering the garden.
Because he sees it every day, so he's very in it. Okay, so we're about to go inside, but first, before that, we have undone what we just showed you to do a new thing. And we're doing Christmas in July with Balsam Hill. They sent us this really cool European fir faux Christmas tree, the 7.5 one, which is the perfect size Christmas tree for Mom's porch, but maybe the dining room too. It would fit in a lot of places in this house, but we loved the organic feel, and that's what we were laughing. Like, I think people are gonna be like, Christmas in July.
Y'all, I'm like that. Christmas in July, though we have done it a few years, I'm like, I'm not really into it, and I'm definitely ready to get it down. But this tree is because it's stunning. And so we did it all in fresh florals.
Yeah.
And I am just like, I could just stare at it. It's so beautiful.
Yeah. So when Balsam Hill reached out to us and they asked if we wanted to do a summer tree, I was like, you know what? Last year we did True Christmas in July. Just quick. It was, what I loved about it is it prompted us to think about what we had and what we wanted to try new, so that we had 6 months to collect, or I guess 5 months to collect things that we would love. So it kind of took some stress out of holiday decorating in general. And when they reached out and they said just a summer tree, and they even sent like a mood board, and I chose ornaments. These ornaments are stunning, super high quality, and we just mixed in flowers with the magnolia picks that they sent, and the top is from the crepe myrtle tree out front. So
yeah, it's a flower crown.
It's a flower.
It's stunning.
It kind of reminds me of, you know, that lady that has the mustache and the flower crown in the portraits. You don't know?
Oh no.
This is that. I'll pop it up and I'll show you. She's like, I think her name's Frida Frida?
Okay, no, I missed that.
Do you guys know? Am I crazy? But I'm gonna wait until I pop it up to see if you guys know. Okay. Anyways, this tree was really fun, super easy to put out. We also made like a little citrus.
Do not use us as a tutorial for a citrus Christmas tree because ours is like the leaning tower of Pisa.
But the real European fir from Balsam Hill looks beautiful.
Yes.
So we can do that. We need some practice. So now, since we thought of Christmas early, now we know that we need to look up some tutorials and maybe some practice if we do want to involve citrus in that way.
It's beautiful from the front. You just don't look at it from the back because it's a little curvy.
So if this has inspired you to either embrace Christmas in July or just be prepared and shop early and not be one that is searching for the things that are all sold out like we have been many times in the past, then we do have a discount code for you, which you will see on the screen. You get $50 off when you spend $300. They have lots of items on sale for Christmas in July, so it is a perfect time to stock up, save, and really just brainstorm. This is the time that I like to start my Christmas pin board. That doesn't mean I'm taking action. That doesn't mean we're going over the top. I'm actually kind of I'm not as over the top as you, but yeah. I do like to think about it because I don't want the season to be stressful. So
28th through the 31st.
28th through the 31st, and you can shop the sale, start your pin boards, guys, and let's get inspired. And just say one more thing. We are doing a full Christmas in July home tour this month, so make sure that you're subscribed if you are one of the people that love the idea of Christmas in July or you love preparing, but also if you're just one that wants to judge the idea that anyone would do Christmas in July, subscribe as well. No matter what camp, you should be subscribed. And we forgot to tell them to like the video.
Oh my goodness.
We're trying to tell you guys in the intro to make sure that you thumbs up because that really helps us get out into the algorithms. Anyways, you want to go inside and show them your Christmas home?
Yes, it's hot as dickens out here.
Okay, so we have come inside. I feel like summer is your sweet spot.
Absolutely.
Because you love coastal.
Love it.
You love florals.
Love it.
You love nature. It's when all the blooms are green.
Yes.
Or stems, you know.
Yes. If I lived anywhere else, it would be on the beach.
Yeah, so you're embracing all that you love about the beach in the summer because we can't constantly be on vacation. I know you feel like you should be.
I do. I think I should wake up with the sun.
Well, we don't live in Florida.
Okay.
We live in Texas, and so we're making that feeling, that resort beautiful, and you've done it very well. So okay, you've added some summer elements, but you've also really embraced the coastal. Yeah. I mean, the millwork,
yes.
We have a full dedicated video to this. We have updated the ceiling, we've added shiplap and beams, and even millwork on the windows, which gave even more of the coastal feel. I mean, we didn't do that for summer. It just happened to fall in the summer, which is a wonderful time to share it in a summer tour.
So you know how men are. So I said to my husband, do you love the ceiling? And it was so amazing when we did the millwork on the windows because it would have been too heavy if we just did it on the ceiling and not the windows. But I am like just so in awe of this room because it's transformed to me. Yeah. Really, it's totally transformed. Yeah. And I said, do you love it? And he said, it doesn't really look any different. And I was like, what? And he said, well, the ceiling was white before and it's white now.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh my goodness. It's a new room.
It's a new room. So we did, speaking of white, we had a white rug in here from Revival. Love it. Love the rug. I even spilled coffee all over it. It came right out. Like literally no problem at all. Have video footage so you know I'm not, scamming you. I get nothing from telling you that it held up good. But the color, because it was white and white, just felt...
It was too much. But we are using it in an upstairs space because it is a cozy, comfy, take a nap.
Yeah. Oh, it's so comfortable.
So comfy. So we're going to use it upstairs.
Yeah.
And so brought the blue back in.
Yeah.
Really love the blue. Again, coastal feels and seashells and coral and voila.
Voila. So you can see it with the white rug. You can see it with the layered rugs. I'll let you decide which one you like best. So we also, of course, flowers in the breakfast nook. You did a little charcuterie board in the kitchen. Mm-hmm. We have eaten that.
Yes, we did. We ate it.
It was delicious.
It was delicious.
And what else did you do in the kitchen? Oh, cupcakes. Also eaten. Gone.
Yep.
So that's one thing I love about your house in the summer. I mean, really all the time, but always refreshing snacks.
Yes. I mean, I love to host. And so when people come in, I want to be stocked. We have a little mini fridge, and everyone who comes in, whether they're family or friends, they know it's a serve yourself bar.
Yeah.
And we always have snacks and food galore because I love to feed people. And so it was fun. But what I've never done before is cut those crepe myrtles in the front. And I put them on the bar, and they looked like
stunning.
I mean, just incredible. And they lasted a really long time.
Yeah.
I was concerned. I think I never did it before because I was concerned they would snow on my food. But they did not.
They did not.
And they lasted a really long time.
Which is what gave us the idea for the top of the Christmas tree.
Yes.
And so we
love that. So if you're fortunate enough to be somewhere where crepe myrtles are in bloom, just chop a big giant bunch of them and keep the stems long so that they just like
whimsy guys
go kind of halfway to the ceiling.
Yes. So another thing that you did, speaking of cutting stems, was you cut one of the evergreens in the front and you put it in the dining room.
Yeah, so I mean it has little nuts on it. And so y'all, I have the most amazing evergreen in my front yard. Yeah. And we had so much humidity and heat this year that it's like a jungle, so everything is going crazy. So this looks like it lends itself to coastal, and we've really, again, leaned into the coastal in the dining room. So I cut that big tree and let those little
just branches, stems,
the branches, leaves with the little round, I don't know what they are. They look like you could eat them, like very tiny coconuts. And so we did that, and is it awesome?
It's hotter than the Dickens. Little tiny coconuts. I have so many quotables. Okay, so love your summer house. Do you want to sit down and do the Q&A?
Yeah, let's do it.
Okay, so I like to make community posts recently, and you guys have been asking me and commenting on there, so I thought that would be a fun way to get questions answered, have conversations. So if you ever see a community post, do not be reluctant to have a request or just have a conversation on there in general. And I'm going to also use that kind of as a preview of what is coming up next as well.
Yeah, and we try to answer as many questions as we can, but sometimes like things go for a while and we don't see them. And so if you ask a couple different times, hopefully we'll get the question answered.
I've been better about answering comments.
Okay.
It's just hard when your kids are running around like crazy and
you have chickens and ducks and kittens and dogs and
lots of things commanding my attention, but I'm very excited to answer. So I'd love to hear your opinions. I know we will likely be moving in the next 3 years. There are quite a few places I'd like to update in our current home, bathroom, kitchen, but I know they will be very costly and we may not get an ROI when we sell. Would you save that money and put it towards your future home or get the space to where you love it now?
3 or 4 years, I would get it to where I love it. But make some choices that are going to be impactful without spending. Maybe don't take it as far as you would, keeping in mind that you're going to move. But definitely freshen the space because that's going to help you resell and it's going to you're going to be able to enjoy it while you're there.
Yeah. my house is a great example of that. I knew the second we were renovating that I would want to go way farther than we did, but we only had 1 month. So I did things like I used the cabinet boxes, but made new doors, painted a lot of things instead of completely replacing them. I was just really thoughtful about, okay, I'm going to DIY this, and maybe in the future it'll, I will hire it out and go all the way, not because I wasn't willing to go all the way, but because I want to build an entire second story on my house. And so until I do that, it would be silly to make the full investment. So we're just doing it to where I love it now and I'll love it even more in the future. So kind of layers, which is you got to process the whole thing, start a pin board, look at lots of examples. Instagram has been a world of help finding, oh wow, you could do this or you could do this. People have so many crazy, awesome ways.
Well, we've done that with bathrooms.
Yeah. Oh yeah, we've painted tile.
We've painted tile, we've freshened spaces, and they look so good that I'm actually going to leave them now.
Yeah.
Even though we didn't make a huge investment, they're so beautiful.
Yeah.
So you can actually refresh.
Yeah.
Really inexpensively.
So our answer is not either or, it's somewhere in the middle. Spend a little bit of money, but also I would save probably for your future home and dream of that. So just, make it amazing with really cost-effective updates that make an impact, which is totally possible. And what are the home updates and makeovers on both of our homes? We just shared yours, your ceiling. Mm-hmm. You're working on your powder bath, still in process.
Yes, and I'm still going to replace the backsplash in my kitchen, but it's just kind of an undertaking, and construction stresses my husband out a little bit.
Well, you're going to have to literally be out of your kitchen.
Yeah,
so it's not...
So that's really one of the reasons why we've postponed it. And then upstairs, you guys have probably heard me say, I have dreams of making a bunk room for Quinn, for my grandbabies, and a little kitchenette.
Yeah.
And a balcony.
Okay, my updates within the near future. Currently, I'm finishing my chicken coop. Way more of an undertaking. It's a 16 by 9 foot shed that's been converted to a potting shed chicken coop. It's amazing. I'm painting the floors, which I taped off, and then literally...
How long ago?
It's been at least a month and a half. And I still haven't... I've been out there many times. I haven't been able to get out. We've been filming so many tours, which I love sharing with y'all, but that's very time consuming from a filming standpoint and editing and all the things. And then the time that I'm not filming, I'm with my kids. And so I really only have 2 dedicated work days a week. And so it's kind of like I have to choose to DIY or film a home tour. And our channel is primarily home tours. And so
it's going to get done this weekend, I think.
I think you're going to watch my kids today.
Yeah, okay, today. We're going to do it today.
And I don't mean that I don't have help. The other day, Mom would come over, but most of the time we end up working on something together, you know.
But it's almost there.
And then we started doing the garden. Yeah. I am so that person where I start one project and then end up working on another. So the garden is in process as well.
Which makes me want to do a fire pit area over there.
Yeah, we started doing the garden, and then we got a guy to quote this crazy
flagstone.
I actually think I'm going to get on Fiverr today and get someone to mock it up so we can decide, because we were getting quotes $5,000, $10,000. It escalated really quick. It went from being a DIY project for a couple $100s to a full-fledged backyard makeover. And that's what it's like working with Mom. So that's but I am in September. My cabinet guy came over. He's doing one little built-in cabinet, and we're replacing the uppers in the kitchen. So those are my 2 projects that are coming up. Other than that, I'm just estate sailing and thrifting and just enjoying the process of home rather than having a bunch of undertakings. I know I just said that I'm doing these big projects, but I'm
none of our projects are critical. Like when we moved in this house, we didn't have appliances. So now, like I've said, we're coming back to really make those investments in character and yeah.
Okay, so this I might have to ask Stephanie, but because I said you could ask about our homes or our home tours, but they're asking, where did Stephanie Blooming Ivy Lane get her slipcover on her IKEA chair by her fireplace? I know that she got it custom upholstered. She has an amazing upholstery guide that she uses for a lot of her projects. She has networked and really worked to find amazing contacts. We don't have a lot of tips to how to do that, but she's just really nice and also good at communicating what she wants.
She does have a couple places where she sources fabric and wallpaper that she enjoys sourcing from, so I'm sure she'd share that.
Yeah, and okay, so then the next question, this is actually interesting. Who was into home decor first out of the two of you and wanted to do it for a living? Okay, I was not into home decor at all.
So when Shelby was younger, she would just say, Mom, you do it. And even in her dorm room, her apartments, her first home, it was, Mom, you do it. I don't care what you do. Just do it. Even with her wedding, she's like, I don't care, Mom, just do it.
I didn't even know what my wedding was going to look like. I just showed up.
I said, can you just give me a this or a that so that it's special to you? And she's like, you do it, Mom. And what happened was, like, I had literally, I've never shared this before, but I had a dream when Shelby was born that we would be working together when she was older. And I just kind of put that on the back burner because I thought, what would that look like? You know, I mean, she's very different from me. But as God would have it, we both have unique skill sets. And so once she tapped into her creativity, and she does so much media, and she went to school for that, it just made this perfect blend.
Started sharing Mom's projects online, really, and we started, a retail store, really sharing, home decor, but I was just sharing it. Like that was my job in this whole thing. But as I've been sharing it, and especially during home tours, I've just got more inspired and practice. So for me, Mom just sees it in her head instantly. Like she looks at a space and she knows what to do. I do not. I have to make a mood board, get inspiration. But I also think that gives me an edge when we are designing, because I process through all the details, because it doesn't just come to me immediately. It is now, after practice and practice, now I can see things much clearer, much quicker, and I know. But Mom, the other day, someone asked us to give them some ideas for their exterior, and Mom was like, I don't know. I don't know. And I went through inspiration, and I just literally poured a glass of wine, sat on my couch, and went through Pinterest.
It was the best rendering of, this front of this home, this elevation, if y'all would see, it was like singing. It was so magical and so stunning.
We're still working on it.
But honestly, I could not, I just didn't see it. Now, I will say I'm much better inside than outside.
Yeah. But just processing the details, I've gotten really good at that. But I think also being good at media and digital things.
Design.
I've been able to do like design renderings, so able to communicate Mom's. I was on the phone with my sister-in-law on the way here, and I was like, I'm really like Mom's translator. Yes. So she'll have an idea and she'll be like, it's like this, but not like this, and like this, and not like that at all.
No other human would understand that.
And I'll be like, oh, she wants it to look like this, and I'll flash up the phone.
Yeah.
So I love interior design now. I would say I do feel like I'm very gifted in it, but it's been because I've practiced a lot and been under mentorship / learning to translate Mom's ideas.
There you go.
So that was a long answer, but no one's ever asked, so that was actually interesting. She asked if we do consultations. If you don't live in Texas, you are the cutest thing since sliced bread. I get giddy when you post. Thank you, Gina. So we're kind of doing consultations. We're doing 3D renderings. We're actually booked right now. But what we are doing is once we reach 50,000 subscribers, you submit your email, I'll leave it in the cards. We are doing 3D renderings of your room of choice. So it could be your living room, your kitchen, your bathroom, wherever. And we're going to design it with a shopping list.
How are you choosing the person?
Well, it's going to be randomly selected. We're going to draw it. We'll do like a live or something. We'll draw it from the email. It's actually probably going to be digital because, you know, like all their emails are in the internet. I've been saying I'm good at internet. I'm like, I'm good, y'all. Trust me. No, but they're all, you guys submit and we will have them randomly selected, completely at random. You select your room and we will design it as if you were one of our clients. So we'll select everything that we believe that you should do. We will give instructions. So maybe like with your budget, considering you do this or this, you know, that type of thing. So we're not technically doing consultations, but you could win one. What's your favorite way to hang plates, hats, pictures, etc.? We use nails for everything. Like mom will literally make 1,000 holes in her wall to hang a garland.
And then I know this is going to sound really bad, y'all, but every few years I'll have my painter come in and repaint the rooms that are really bad. Because
I personally
am really bad at nails.
I will fill in the nail holes at my house and do a little paint touch up, but sometimes mom will be so bad because she doesn't like measure, or like one picture could take nine holes. But you asked about plates. We do have a great resource to do that. They're just like Amazon little plate holders. We've been using them for years. They look really great. We love a plate wall. We have the platters in your dining room over your piano. So that's a good resource. But if you're looking for instructions on how to hang things, everything falls off the wall when we use this command hooks. I don't know, I don't know how people are doing that. I've literally had friends personally tell me that they always use command hooks to hang plates.
It just doesn't work for us. But I will say the last time I used them for something above this window.
Oh, it peeled all the paint off.
So I'm done with, I'd rather just use nails.
Yeah. Where to buy kitchen cabinets for a good price? We primarily get a custom cabinet person to come help us. The best way we've found to save is to use your cabinet boxes, add new doors. If your cabinets are damaged, we don't have a resource.
I mean, we've heard people and seen people use IKEA very well. We've just personally never done that.
We've never done it. So we're not the best resource for that, but I think using the boxes is a great hack. I also think getting lots of quotes. Don't be afraid to ask around. We have multiple cabinet guys that we use. The guy that we use right now, he's a little bit more of an investment, but not the highest in the land. And he's always accurately creating. He's longer. Like right now, I just got a quote and I'm waiting I'm in line for September to get up. And so
but part of the reason why also we use custom cabinet people is because we really have out of the box ideas. So we don't use like your standard kitchen layouts. We will do something.
Or when you're renovating, that's really hard because sometimes even with a master plan community home, like something you'd be like, I should be able to use cabinets from a big box, but they don't fit, they don't work. It's like fitting a square in a round hole. It just doesn't work. And so sometimes just the custom is easier, less of a headache, and then you're not making as much modification. So and you don't have to install, you know they're going to be done right. So I would just get lots of quotes. If you do have the option to use your cabinet boxes and just replace the doors, it's a great option.
And if you gut the kitchen, what I like to do, just fun tip, is spray paint where your cabinets would go. Stand back and see if you love it.
Well, yeah, we've drawn them on the wall before too, just for a layout wise. And I would probably get a 3D rendering if you're gonna gut the kitchen as well. So I think I'm gonna write a blog post about that, and if there's enough interest, actually I am. I'm gonna write a blog post. I'm gonna link that in the cards. If there's enough interest, I'll make a full video about that. And then the last question, this is another one where we're just revealing ourselves. It's not that controversial, but she said easy floor care for the whole house. We have very different cleaning routines in the way that we live. I run my Roomba, it's not a Roomba. I run my vacuum robot every day, without fail. Yeah. And I mop like once a week, and I don't have any, like, we use a Bona, is it? And so we do
Murphy's oil soap, because we have hardwood.
Yeah.
And so that's what we use. And then Shelby is a little cleaner than I am as far as, like, not using poison.
Mom's like, I'll just dump a jug of bleach on that.
If I can't smell bleach, I don't feel like it's clean. But Shelby's very good about finding alternative solutions to cleaning her tile floors. And I use the naughty stuff.
Yeah. So I'm sorry. I feel like we weren't the best help about that. I'm only clean because there's robot cleaning tools and
and I do use the robot vacuum, not very often.
If you're not gonna use that type of tool every day, like daily use, like it's a duster. It's not gonna get like by the time you've gone that far, you just need a full-fledged vacuum.
Right.
So it's pointless. Just use it.
Well, it makes little hairballs. And so I have an Australian Shepherd, and I love him very much, but he sheds, but it's if I don't see it, but when the robot vacuum goes over it, it makes little hairballs. Then I have to run around and pick up the hairballs. So I just assume vacuum. There you go.
Anyways, so sorry, we are not the best for that, Lori, but
we are clean people.
We are clean. We love a clean house.
We love a clean house.
So thank you guys for watching. Thank you for submitting your questions. I think we should do this once a month. I think it's very fun, and I love having conversations. I love that you asked who loved home decor first, and that's actually really fun that I was just having a conversation about that with my sister-in-law. So it's just been a journey of loving home and sharing home with you. We love sharing home tours. We have lots of fun ones coming up. We have a modern Tudor that is absolutely incredible. It has a church inside, or a
steeple,
chapel inside. And we have Jenny's is kind of like a modern, eclectic.
A mix, yeah. Modern, eclectic.
Yeah. We have our Christmas in July home tour. So lots of amazing tours coming up. We have my chicken coop reveal and
which
the
I'm
garden.
the most excited for that.
I'm
most excited for that. Y'all, because I want to go in and stage the potting shed part of it.
Yeah.
And she has seriously the cutest chickens in the whole wide world.
It's so cute, yeah.
Furry feet chickens.
Yeah, they've got the fuzzy feet. Anyways, so lots of amazing content. So make sure you subscribe. Close us out, Mom.
Like, subscribe, share with your friends, and always like it at the beginning.
But it's the end. So if you haven't started over, you have to watch the whole thing again.
Bye.
Bye, guys.